Charlie Thomas, linebacker, on everybody's right. We have defensive back, Myles Sims. We'll go ahead and open it right up for questions for student athletes. If you could, please raise your hand. We'll pass you a microphone. Starting over here with Kelly.
Charlie, you guys had some opportunities to get the quarterback down, got a lot of pressure, just were not successful in getting sacks and also let some plays kind of slip loose with missed tackles. What were you seeing defensively? What were kind of the breakdowns for you guys on some of the big plays you gave up?
It had to do with a lot with their tempo, somewhat, not getting lined up sometimes. Just stuff like that. You got to be more efficient in tackling, like you said, and then, just get lined up faster. Something like get the call, get lined up.
Miles, do you have anything to add to that? Right here.
When you guys were kind of facing the Ole Miss offense, did you see anything that you guys didn't kind of prepare for or weren't aware was coming? Was there anything that was just different than what you expected?
No, pretty much they ran pretty much stuff we practiced for real. They gave us a lot of boots, sliders, and stuff like that. We practiced that, so we was ready.
Back over here in the corner.
Can you talk a bit about how tough it is to play a team that has such a high tempo running, and this is for either one of you, running with power backs, but also opening up the run game with their passing game with some of those bigger plays? Can you talk about a bit of what you saw and the struggles you guys had out there with that?
You got it.
Going up against a tempo team, it taps into your mental. To be real, if your mind isn't there, your body will follow. So that comes along with conditioning and being able to have a quick turnover rate. I guess when you're going up against a tempo team, it's all about who can gain their win the fastest. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
For both you guys, last couple games you've started real slow, and it really after the second possession, things kind of settled down. It was sort of that again this week. What's going on to kind of cause maybe some flat starts or just things not working well in the first couple drives of a game for you guys defensively?
We have the mindset of next play, so we don't really focus too much or think about bad plays to begin with. If we make a mistake, we go back to the drawing board and we get to the sideline and correct it and fix it, and let whatever happened be a thing of the past.
Also, they come out with a script already. Most offenses come out with a game plan. They gonna run these first 10 to 15 plays. They practice that all week, so it might be outside of the game plan that we necessarily been game planning for.
This is for both of you guys. Obviously, when you lose in the way that you do, it's draining. It's not any fun. How do you grow from this loss, especially as captains? How do you implement that with your team?
You got to embrace it. You can't run from it. You got to go straight through it. You got to see it through, and taking an L isn't fun, but also it builds character, and it really molds you. It really molds the entire team. Just to get back to practice and do it all over again, just to keep renewing your enthusiasm. So I think that's a part of the game.
Like he said, you just have to embrace it. You learn more from losing than you do winning anyway. So, it's like you just got to look at it as a lesson more than anything.
More questions? Ken?
Myles, you said something interesting, I thought, about their tempo and it affects your mental. Can you kind of go in a little bit like just what happens when they're going that fast to you, mentally, and just how that affects your play?
My play or the team? Well, from a general standpoint, I know when we're all humans, right? And we're not robots, so we can't have the same output every single play. But if you tell yourself mentally that you can do it, you're going to do it, and that comes with conditioning, like I said. If you're not conditioned and you're not able to go 100% every play, then you're just not going to be cut for the job. So just a mental check-in.
As the deficit increased, can you talk a bit about Coach Collins' message to you guys to kind of keep spirits up and to not get too down on yourselves?
Yeah, just sticking together, staying together, playing for each other. You know, until the clock says 0-0-0. You know, give it your all. What you gonna do today? Not thinking about tomorrow. Not thinking about what's about to happen next. Just living in that moment. You know, exerting all your output in that moment. Pretty much it.
Kelly?
They probably run the quickest tempo off of an explosive of any team I've seen lately. How difficult was it to get the calls when they would have the explosive? And I saw one play where literally the receiver ran to the middle of the field to drop the ball down, and I think they scored on the next play when you guys weren't quite set. Just how difficult was it to get set, to get your looks against the tempo when they went, like especially on a explosive, went high tempo after that?
I think that's just something we got to work on. I don't think it would be too much of a difficulty to work on that and to get it fixed and to get it handled. But as you can see, the eye in the sky doesn't lie. So you know, we got to go back to the drawing board and fix some things.
Okay. Anything else? All right, thank you, fellas. We'll open it right up for questions for Dontae. Please raise your hand. Got a microphone if you have a question. We're here with Kelly.
Dontae, you guys struggled to run the ball today and struggled on offense a lot, but just kind of what kind of was not working for you guys, particularly in the run game? Where were the struggles there?
I mean, yeah, we had a tough game offensively. I think a lot of it was the energy we had coming out for the start of the game, coming out at halftime. It's a lot of things that we could have done better, but I mean, you know, we came short, and we just have to continue to build on it. We can't let it get to us. We just gotta take it what it is and not let it carry on for the next games to come.
Dontae, can you comment a little bit about kind of what Ole Miss was doing, and if it was anything that you guys, you know, kind of were or were not prepared for, if there was something different that you saw versus what you guys practiced in getting ready?
Yeah, we kind of expected them to do everything they did today, and that's on us as players. We got to play harder, and we gotta come out with more energy. But they didn't do anything out of the ordinary. Everything they did was kind of what we expected, and we had a game plan for it. But us players have to go and execute that to a high level against a top 20 team.
Okay.
Dontae, I want to follow up on something you said. You said, you know, the energy when you came out in halftime. Can you describe kind of what it was and maybe why it was that way?
It was, I mean, personally, I know my energy wasn't what it should have been, and maybe the energy was where it was at. Maybe we were just dialed in rather than being rah-rah. Maybe we were dialed in, but I just kind of felt like things were flat. And, I mean, we come out of halftime better than that. We come out of halftime, you know, with more than what we put out this game. So I feel like, you know, it comes from the energy on this game.
In your opinion, is there something that could be done different Sunday through Friday to kind of get a better result on Saturday? Is there anything you can think of or any kind of immediate response when you guys do evaluations, look back at these games? Is there something different that could be taking place?
I really don't feel like that. I feel like, I mean, we had a good game plan. We knew what they were going to do. Just the players got to go execute it, and we can't execute it how we executed last week. This is a different team than last week. We have to go out there and play at a high level because, I mean, this is a top 20 team, and they're a good team. So we have to come out, you know, better than we did, and that's just it. I mean, we had a great game plan. We knew it was coming. We just have to go execute what we were coached to do.
Okay.
You're one of the old guard here that's been here for a long time. What's it been like? You guys have had 2 games here now where the opposing fans have been pretty loud and numerous, including this one. Just does that impact you guys at all when you go out and take the field, like when the other team has loud fans and in your own home stadium?
I mean, yeah, you kind of want it the other way around. As far as playing, that's not something that really should affect us, and if it does, I mean, your head's in the wrong space. I mean, we went through COVID with no fans, so for that to happen and try to use the fans as a excuse on why things went the way they did or in these last games, it's no excuse. You know, we have to do what we know, and we can't let external stuff control the game. So I feel like the crowd noise and them having more people here, that should never affect how we play.
Dontae, last week you got the lion's share of the carries. This week, I think you got the first 2 carries of the game from scrimmage, and then only 3 more shared. A lot more is more like running back by committee. Was that part of the plan coming in today, or is that an intra-game strategy?
I mean, that's something you have to ask the coach.
Okay, anything else for Dontae? Thanks, Dontae.
Yes, sir.